What if the next sensation of the Commanders didn't come from a big traditional university, but from someone who already carries the spirit of our region in his blood? The third day of the 2025 NFL Draft promised to be quiet for the Washington Commanders. Few picks and not much buzz. But Adam Peters surprised everyone by seeking more than talent. He sought identity. With the 128th overall pick, at the end of the fourth round, Washington bet on Jalen Lane, wide receiver from Virginia Tech, a name that, for many fans in our area, already sounds familiar. And it's not just nostalgia. Lane brings pure speed, the ability to create separation, and the promise of immediately energizing the Commanders' offense. The internal competition is already underway. Lane will have the mission of challenging none other than Luke McCaffrey, selected in the previous draft, for the direct backup spot behind Deebo Samuel Sr., one of the big offseason acquisitions. The pressure is on, and Lane seems ready to embrace it. But Lane isn't just an offensive threat. At Virginia Tech, he shined as a returner, racking up nearly 300 punt return yards and an electrifying touchdown. In the passing game, his numbers are impressive, over 1,000 receiving yards and 8 touchdowns in just 2 seasons with the Hokies. Before that, at Middle Tennessee, Lane had already shown he was an unstoppable force, even in smaller conferences. His arrival also carries symbolic weight. Lane is the first Virginia Tech player to wear the Burgundy Gold since 2018, reinforcing the connection between the team and the local community, where the university is almost an official team. Now the question remains, will Jalen Lane be just another promise or the new fan favorite at FedEx Field? If you enjoyed this video and want to continue following the news, analysis, and behind the scenes of our Washington Commanders, subscribe to Commanders Fan News today and activate notifications so you don't miss anything. But Jalen Lane's story with the Commanders is just beginning. While many analysts focus only on the numbers, what really stands out is the energy Lane brings to the field. Every reception, every return, every burst from him carries something more, that raw will to prove he belongs at this level. And it's exactly that kind of mentality that defines great careers in the NFL. Inside the locker room, Lane's arrival also adds a new spice, hunger. In a group that already includes veterans and promising youngsters, Lane enters as a piece capable of changing games, whether stretching the field with explosive routes or creating advantages in the invisible trenches of position play. And for a fan base as passionate as the Commanders, who carry the history of struggle, resilience, and overcoming, seeing a player like Lane with a Burgundy Gold is more than just exciting. It's symbolic. It's proof that the new Washington isn't just looking for talent, it's seeking identity, soul, and belonging. From now on, every snap by Jalen Lane will be an opportunity. Every catch, a chance to etch his name into history. And every return could be the moment that brings the entire stadium to its feet. Are we witnessing the birth of a new star at FedEx Field? The answer, as always, will be given on the field. And here at Commanders Fan News today, you will follow every step of this journey. So if you haven't subscribed yet, don't waste any more time. Activate notifications, leave your like, and come be part of our community, because the future of the Commanders starts now. And for those who closely follow the Commanders like I do, you know how much we're building something different this year. It's not just about adding players. It's about shaping a winning culture. A culture where every piece that arrives not only wears the jersey, but understands what it represents. And Jalen Lane, with his path of persistence, hard work, and explosion on the field, fits perfectly into this new DNA that Adam Peters and Dan Quinn are establishing. We don't just want stars. We want warriors. We want players who fight for every snap as if it were their last. That's why, looking at this pick, I see much more than a speedy wide receiver. I see a real opportunity for renewal. A symbol that the Commanders aren't just rebuilding, they're redefining what it means to be part of this historic franchise. The journey won't be easy. The competition is tough, and the pressure will be immense. But honestly, as a fan, that's exactly what we want. We want to see who can withstand the pressure. We want to see who turns doubt into motivation. We want to see who carries the weight of the Burgundy Gold with pride. And Jalen Lane will have the chance to show all of that, to play not just for himself, but for an entire fan base hungry for redemption. So mark this name, Jalen Lane, because when he explodes on the field, returning a punt for a touchdown or burning the opposing secondary with a perfect route, we, the loyal Commanders fans, will know we were here from the beginning. The story is just beginning, and you are invited to live it all with us. Here at Commanders Fan News today, Our passion for the Commanders is serious business. If you like this video, leave your like, activate the bell, and subscribe to the channel, because together, we will follow every step of this new era. Go Commanders! And looking ahead, it's impossible not to be excited. The 2025 draft wasn't just another chapter in the history of the Commanders. It was a turning point. Every choice made carries a message. The time to settle for less is over. It's time to pursue greatness. Josh Connerly Jr. on protection. Trey Amos strengthening our secondary. And now Jalen Lane, bringing explosion and boldness to the offense and special teams. These names, these bets, represent something much bigger than just reinforcements. They represent the beginning of a winning culture. And as a passionate fan, I can say, it's a privilege to live through this turning point. The feeling is different. You can feel in the air that something special is being born in Washington. But like every great story, it will only be written with sweat, with battle, with players who honor every yard conquered. And we as fans also have our role, to believe, to support, to cheer, no matter what happens. That's what transforms ordinary teams into legends. That's what makes the magic happen. So get ready. Get ready for afternoons of explosive offense, for returns that will get everyone out of their seats, for games where the impossible will seem possible. Because when Jalen Lane lines up to catch his first pass, when he bursts down the field breaking tackles, when he points to the sky after his first touchdown, you will remember this moment, the beginning of a new era. And we will be together every step of the way. This is Commanders Fan News today, and our mission is to live this story to the fullest. If you feel the same passion, don't forget, leave your like, activate notifications, and subscribe to the channel. Come with us, because the future is now. And it's burgundy and gold. And speaking from the heart as a Commanders fan, I couldn't be more excited. We've suffered a lot in these past years. We've seen rebuilds that never took off. We've seen promises that never came true. But now it's different. You can feel it in the way Adam Peters is building the roster. You can see it in the attitude of the new players coming in. With Jalen Lane, it's not just about statistics, or about being fast, or about making big plays in college. It's about attitude. It's about that fire in his eyes that shows he wants to make history. It's about wearing the Commanders jersey and understanding the weight it carries. I truly believe Lane has everything it takes to win over the fans. If he can transfer that energy, that explosiveness he showed at Virginia Tech to the NFL, we're going to gain a valuable weapon, not just on offense, but also on special teams. And more importantly, we'll gain a player who understands what it means to fight to get where he is. It's this type of player that changes the culture of a team. It's this type of spirit that makes a franchise reborn. And I'll be right here as a fan, celebrating every catch, every return, every touchdown like it's a small personal victory. Because that's what being a Commanders fan means. Believing when few believe, supporting when no one else does, and celebrating every achievement as if it were the Super Bowl. Jalen Lane now has a golden opportunity in his hands, and we have the chance to witness the rise of another hero in Washington. The journey is just beginning, and I couldn't be prouder to be part of it. Here at Commanders Fan News today, you'll follow it all up close. So if you're a true Commanders fan like me, leave your like, activate the notification bell, and subscribe to the channel, because together we'll live every second of this new era.